Alright, this is for section 6, your first radio. This is the Q&A section. So what is meant by the term PTT? The push-to-talk function in which the switch between receive and transmit. What is a way to enable quick access to a favorite frequency on your transceiver? Store the frequency in memory channel. Just like in your car, you can also store favorites in your most of your radios, most of the new radios now. And it's just that. It's just a nice little memory channel for you to access all the information. What is the disadvantage of a rubber duck antenna supplied with most handheld radio transceivers? It does not transmit or receive effectively as a full-size antenna. In fact, it might have a negative gain to it, a negative dB portion. You might get 1 or 2 dB at best, maybe 0 dB, depending on the rubber duck. What is a good reason not to use a rubber duck antenna inside your car? Signals can be significantly weaker than when it's outside the vehicle. You can think of the car as being a Faraday cage, and it's going to block pretty much all your signal getting out of the vehicle if you're inside the vehicle. So it's best that you can use a mag mount antenna, a small mag mount antenna on the roof, or a window clip antenna. And those usually work really well. What device increases the low power output from a handheld transceiver? An RF power amplifier. In my opinion, I wouldn't bother spending money for a separate RF power amplifier. If you have an HT and you want to put it in your car, I wouldn't bother that route. I would just go out ahead and buy a mobile transceiver, and the mobile transceiver will probably cost you about the same amount of money as a RF power amplifier for your HT. So, but anyways. We can use RF power amplifiers to increase the power of the handheld transceiver. They are available. What type of modulation is most commonly used for VHF and UHF voice repeaters? That is FM. What is the approximate bandwidth for a VHF repeater and phone signal? Anywhere between 10 and 15 kilohertz. What determines the amount of deviation as FM as opposed to PM signals? The amplitude of the modulating signals. The higher the amplitude is, the wider the deviation or the wider the bandwidth is going to be. What happens when the deviation of an FM transmitter increases? The signal occupies more bandwidth. What type of modulation is most commonly used for VHF packet radio transmission? And that is FM. How might a computer be used as a part of an amateur station? It's for logging contacts, contact information, sending or receiving CW or Morse code, for generating and decoding digital signals. And of course all these choices are correct. And that is the end of the section 6, your first radio question and answer.